Hi everybody, my name is Lilbear, and today we will be making internet aesthetics from all over the internet, obviously, into characters. Now, essentially what an internet aesthetic is any visual media that delves into a specific genre or feeling or vibe that resides on the internet. I mean, this is an internet aesthetic, so is this. That looks pretty sweet. And then we also got this over here that's kind of creepy, but whatever. And we got this too. This is also an internet aesthetic, and I don't know why they have cones on their heads. Maybe you can ask their mothers. But yes, essentially what we're doing in today's video is we will be taking these vibes, feelings, and categories and putting them into respective characters that, you know, I can draw, because I like drawing characters a lot. Okay, are you interested? Good. Listen. Now, the first aesthetic I want to delve into today is weirdcore, which weirdcore is the internet aesthetic that usually delves into themes of surrealism and creepy factors, such as, I mean, just look at these images, whatever this is. Now, the thing about weirdcore is it has factors that make it creepy that all mainly involve digital stuff. Now, these digital themes usually submerge in the aesthetic through the use of error screens, objects in places where they don't make sense to be, and a lot of screen imagery. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this aesthetic emerges from the eeriness of the early internet and how many websites were unregulated legally by the government. There was a lot of things that were able to slide during the early internet, which leads to this creepy aesthetic. Now, another common theme in weirdcore art, besides the whole, you know, digital thing, it has a lot of the use of imagery of eyes, which I love using symbolism with eyes, so that's pretty cool in my opinion. What we're taking from this is that these are all key points in making our ultimate character design fitting the aesthetic of weirdcore, which I am very excited to make. So yes, we'll be taking these elements and we will be, hold on, I'm ready. I'm gonna write them down. Screens, yeah, okay, we got screen, digital elements, eyeballs. Okay, cool. I got all the elements I need to write down. Anyways, I'm probably gonna say this about a lot of things that I talk about on my channel, but I feel like weirdcore is genuinely one of the coolest things to ever be created, because I mean, look at this aesthetic. It's just, you can't get this from anywhere else. The weirdcore internet aesthetic is the prime example of art disturbs the comfort and comforts the disturbed. And you could say like I'm very disturbed, so I enjoy it heavily. Hey, so I just looked back on the audio and listened to that voice thing I did with like the Valley Girl impression, and I genuinely want to like hurt myself right now. I feel like sorry about that guys. Now, for weirdcore, remember all the key factors that make it creepy. I have to have the surreal aspect, the digital elements, the eeriness, the misplacement of everything, and a lot of eyeballs. Okay, let's do it. So me personally, I feel like that drawing came out pretty good. I feel like it could have been better, but for what it is and for what it's worth, I feel like I did a pretty good job. This fellow is a static TV head man with LED pipes, one of those old house phones, and grass all over his pale blue body, or not all over his pale blue body, but at least on his shoulders, right? His upper frame. As you can see, I got the weirdcore aesthetic down. I got the black doorway in the background. I got the field. I got the misplaced feeling, the eerie feeling. I even got the creepy text on the top. But yes, I will be naming this character Anim, which is short for Anemoia, which Anemoia is the feeling of nostalgia for a place you've never been in, which is highly associated with the idea of weirdcore and liminal spaces. But yeah, me personally, I feel like Anim is a pretty good representation of the idea of weirdcore. I feel like he gets the point across and the vibe across well. You guys in the comments should let me know how I did on, making an entire character out of an entire aesthetic. I mean, you don't have to comment. It's not like I'm, you don't have to comment. Maybe you could comment sometime, Maybe you just need time. Maybe if I comment later, you'll be fine.
What do you mean?
Fruitiger Arrow is an internet aesthetic that resulted in the nostalgia for early computer desktops and just old computer software in general. It represents the future that we were promised and never got. In recent years, this aesthetic has blown up all over the internet, people thinking highly of its stylish and glossy old internet fashion. And I mean, seriously, look at this aesthetic. I understand why it has blown up recently, because there's just a really comforting and nice feeling that I get from it. Seriously though, it's like I get this certain feeling, especially whenever it's paired with the music that goes dun, 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 dun. Now, things to keep in mind for our character. We want that oceany look. We want that, old computer desktop look. We want the goldfish. We want the water. We want the almost futuristic sci-fi elements.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
As of recent, I discovered the Fruitiger Arrow aesthetic, and I'm going to be honest, it has highlighted this part of my life that I'm currently living right now. There's something about it that just comforts me, gives me a sense of hope. I guess what I'm trying to say is it is a special aesthetic that I feel like can be enjoyed by all the people watching this video that haven't been, notified about its existence yet. If you haven't already, it's an aesthetic worth checking out, and I feel like you can get a lot of good from it. It just brings really nice vibes, to be honest. I don't know, there's something about it. Anyways. I am very happy with this drawing. This character's name is Babu, and he doesn't have any correlation to anything in Fruitiger Arrow. It just sounds correct. Her design is so cool! And I already know you as a viewer watching this are thinking the same thing. Look at how cool that design is, right? You think it's cool, right? You like the design? Why are you just staring at me? Do you like it? Do you like the design? Okay, so Vaporwave. I really like this aesthetic. Originating from the style of the late 1970s and the early 1980s, Vaporwave is a very slick aesthetic. The best way to put it in simple terms is honestly just by looking at it. It has that neon driving on a highway at full speed vibes. It symbolizes an era of pop culture and just how the world looked in general before minimalism took it over. It is just absolutely delightful. Vaporwave is basically just a neon heaven, the aesthetic hosting multiple things such as bright yellow and pink hues, buildings, neon signs, sculptures and statues, just neon settings that make it feel at home. It has that grid pattern Bone Lab aesthetic, and if you know what the game Bone Lab is, we're friends now. And if anybody says this aesthetic is trash, I'm going to have to kindly intervene. I don't want to hear it. Hey everybody, just letting you know that we're about to play the game, and I just want to say thank you for watching this video to this point. It means a lot. Everybody in here is supporting this content, and I have a specific shout out at the end of this video that I just want to throw out there, so you know who you are. This guy's name is Zernop, with an X, and I think he's pretty neat. I feel like I did a fairly good job at capturing the aesthetic. I tried to do it through, you know, like the palm tree leaves, the neon hues, the city in the background that I failed at drawing, you know, all that kind of stuff, and I feel like I did fairly good. Let me know how I did in the comments, and if you don't, give you a knuckle sandwich, so it's like... yeah, I'll delete the channel. Anyways, thank you all for watching up to this point. It means a lot, and, you know, getting me out of the dumps recently, I've been overthinking a lot about my life, and it gets stressful, but coming back to this channel and thinking of all the amazing things that I could do in the future is just, it's overwhelming, but it really means a lot. And, you know, I'm proud of these drawings. Bam, bam, and of course, bam. I think they're all pretty nice, pretty neat. Like I said, let me know how I did. And yeah, alright, time for a shout out. Anywho, shout out to Marrow Kit Draws. I hope I'm saying that right. They're one of my top subscribers and top supporters. Nice PFP, by the way, it's hilarious. And yeah, they recently, in one of their most recent videos, they drew me and, you know, said some pretty nice things on there. Let me read them out. Aw, the messages are so sweet. Lilbear, you better like this or I'm going after your... I wasted 22 minutes of my life on this, so like it or die. Oh, I love the enthusiasm. Have a good day, Lilbear. You too, Marrow Draws. Never in a million years would I think I would get fan art of my mascot OC. So it is so cool. All jokes aside, it is so cool that you did that. Thank you very much. Also, thank you to Apple because they did draw Rags in the past, which is another OC I made. Just, oh my gosh, everybody, thank you. I can't believe I'm actually building a community on YouTube. With that being said, thank you all, and have a good night. Also, go pet your cat. They miss you. Goodbye.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.